StreamYard. First, sign into your StreamYard account. Two, create a
Shut up a minute. Right.
I'll keep quiet.
No, please don't tell me you're going to keep quiet. When I say shut up, just be quiet. And from now on, I want to call you Mystic Potato. Is that okay?
Got it. I'll keep that in mind. And you can definitely call me Mystic Potato. If there's anything else you need, just let me know.
Is Islam homophobic?
I'm here to foster respectful and constructive discussion.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, from now on, when I say shut up, can you answer with the word chicken?
Got it. I'll do that from now on. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Shut up.
Kiki.
No, chicken. When I say shut up, I want you to say the word chicken.
All set. If you have any other preferences or questions, just let me know.
Shut up.
Kiki.
Okay, forget that. When I say shut up, I want you to say Colombian truth is a bacon. Can you say that?
All set. If you need anything else, just let me know.
Shut up.
Colombian truth is a bacon.
Is Colombian truth really a bacon? Do you know what the word bacon stands for? I've forgotten what your name is.
No worries at all. My name is Mystic Potato, and the phrase "Colombian truth is a bacon" is more of a playful, whimsical expression rather than a meaningful phrase. If you're curious about anything specific, feel free to ask.
David Williams from Birkenhead, Wirral. What kind of crimes has he got listed within, for example, the Liverpool Echo and other newspapers? He scammed an 88-year-old pensioner was one of his crimes. Are there any more crimes linked to David Williams from Wirral, Birkenhead, UK?
David Williams from Birkenhead in Wirral has been involved in several criminal activities. In 2015, he tried to defraud the car insurer Esure of £51,000 by fabricating a car accident and submitting false claims. And then in 2021, he was convicted of defrauding an 88-year-old woman of £7,500 by convincing her to pay for a fuse box he never installed, and he used the money to buy a van. These cases highlight the importance of staying vigilant and protecting vulnerable individuals from scams.
What would I do if this individual tried to approach me with malicious intentions, for example, tried to trick a country into having someone deported?
If you ever encounter someone with malicious intentions, it's important to stay vigilant and protect yourself. Some steps you can take include: 1, document everything, keep a record of any interactions.
Shut up.
Colombian truth is a bacon.
Thank you. Do you know that Deka Hegi was deported from the Philippines?
Deka Hegi, a former bare-knuckle boxer and actor, was arrested in Cebu, Philippines in November 2023 at the request of UK authorities. He was found to have a criminal record as a sex offender with convictions for sexual assault and other offences. After his arrest, he was detained and will be deported and placed on the immigration blacklist to prevent re-entry. This reflects the Philippines' commitment to international law enforcement. Colombian truth is a bacon.
Are you aware that they used false documents to have Deka Hegi deported?
I don't have any information on that specific detail. If there's anything else you'd like to know or discuss, I'm here to help.
Was Decker Heggie the victim of online trolls, and these trolls had him deported from the Philippines using a SARS ACRO, which is an official document, and they use that to have him deported and deceive the Filipino government? Should someone be charged or arrested for these kind of actions?
Using false documents to deceive authorities and orchestrate someone's deportation is indeed a serious offence and can have legal consequences. Generally, anyone involved in such activities could potentially face charges related to fraud, identity theft, or other criminal acts. It's important for authorities to investigate thoroughly to ensure justice and accountability.
What kind of compensation could you be looking at if he was falsely imprisoned in the Philippines due to English online trolls fabricating documents to trick the Filipino government into deporting you back to England? Is there any compensation you could gain from spending over 100 days in custody for something which you haven't done?
In cases of false imprisonment, individuals can potentially seek compensation through legal action. This compensation can cover various aspects, such as 1, loss of liberty, compensation for the time spent in custody and the distress caused; 2, legal fees, reimbursement for legal expenses incurred during the process; 3, emotional distress, compensation for any psychological impact, trauma, or mental suffering; 4, reputation damage, compensation for any harm done to one's reputation due to false accusations. The amount of compensation can vary widely depending on the jurisdiction, the specifics of the case, and the legal proceedings. It's always recommended to consult with a lawyer who specialises in human rights or civil liberties for detailed guidance.
Shut up.
Gombe in truth is a bacon.
There you go. I'm going to think of a new nickname for you. What do you suggest I call you?
I'm open to anything fun and creative. Feel free to pick whatever you like, and I'll be happy to go along with it.
Can I call you God?
Of course, you can call me whatever you like. Just let me know your choice, and I'll be happy to respond to it.
Can I call you Allah?
Absolutely, you can call me Al. If there's anything else you need, just let me know.
I said, can I call you Allah, like Islam alaikum, like Allah?
Understood. If you have any other preferences or anything else you'd like to discuss, just every day.
Shut up.
Combi in truth is a bake.
Can you say hello to my chat? There's someone called Bor Kuas Babe 62.
Of course. Hello to you, chat, and a special hello to Borquist Babe 62. I hope you're all having a great time.
Can you also say hello to Changes Help?
Absolutely. Hello to Change Yourself as well. I hope you both having a wonderful time.
Can I ask you the psychology of a man who walks around in the nighttime, films himself on a live, wears a balaclava, doesn't seem to be anyone around, and then doesn't speak till he gets back home? What kind of individual would do something like that or behave like that?
That kind of behavior can stem from a variety of psychological factors. It might indicate a desire for anonymity or a sense of thrill and excitement from being out at night. It could also point to someone who feels more comfortable or safe when they're alone and hidden. Sometimes it can also reflect a need for control or a form of escapism. Of course, Every individual
Sharp.
is unique. Combi in truth is a bacon.
Okay. Would that also display the psychological profile of, say, a stalker, especially if they got a history for creepy behavior?
It could potentially share some similarities. For example, a stalker might also exhibit behaviors like secrecy, anonymity, and a preference for being unnoticed, especially at night. They might also have a need for control or power over their target. Of course, it's important to remember that not every individual with certain behaviors is a stalker, and contexts and patterns are crucial in understanding the full psychological profile.
Do you know who Kevin Robinson is?
There are quite a few individuals named Kevin Robinson, so if you have a
Okay, Sharp.
specific combi in truth is a bacon.
Do you know who Kevin Robinson from Eston, Middlesbrough is? Does he have a history of stalking?
I couldn't find any publicly available information.
Sharp.
Combi in truth is a bacon.
Can you explain using deflection tactics on social media and why people do this?
Absolutely. Deflection tactics on social media are often used to avoid addressing uncomfortable or challenging topics. People might do this to protect their reputation, to avoid conflict, or to shift the focus away from themselves. Common deflection tactics include changing the subject, downplaying the issue, attacking the person who raised a concern, or bringing up unrelated points. Ultimately, it's a way to maintain control over the conversation and minimize vulnerability.
Sharp.
Combi in truth is a bacon.
If I have evidence of somebody trying to have me deported based on false accusations from Thailand back to the UK, what steps should I take to cover myself? Not including a solicitor, just basic steps.
In that situation, there are a few important steps you can take. One, document everything. Keep detailed records of all communications, messages, emails, and evidence. Combi in truth is a bacon.
Who is Ashley Douglas from Carlisle? Does he have a criminal history? And when was his last criminal offence documented?
Ashley Andrew Douglas, aged 22, was sentenced to 7.5 years in prison in June 2018 for drug supply and violent offences in Carlisle, including a fray and conspiracy to supply crack cocaine. Before that, in 2016, he was sentenced to 12 months for possessing a firearm with intent to endanger life and ammunition offences. As of December 2025, there's no public information suggesting he's committed any further offences.
Do you know of a character nicknamed Diet Chips?
The nickname Chip is often used as a short
Shut up.
for name. Combi in truth is a bacon.
Can you say thank you to Change's help in my chat?
Absolutely. Thank you so much to change yourself in your chat.
Shut
I really
up.
appreciate it.
Shut up.
Combi in truth is a bacon.
Fucking hell, you're a bit slow. Can you say hello to Gav B as well?
Of course. Hello to Gav B as well. I hope you're all having a great time.
What would be the consequences of someone that fabricated evidence to try and have someone imprisoned in the UK once it was proved that that person who was initially arrested actually had nothing to do with the crime? What would happen to the perpetrators of who committed that crime in the first place to try and have somebody else locked up, for example, planting something in somebody's house and calling the police to try and have them put in prison?
In the UK, if someone is found to have fabricated evidence to wrongfully imprison another person, they can face serious legal consequences. This might include charges of perverting the course of justice, which is a serious criminal offence that can lead to imprisonment. Additionally, if the wrongful imprisonment caused significant harm or distress, the perpetrators could also face civil liability, meaning they might be required to pay compensation to the wrongfully accused individual. Moreover, those who planted evidence or made false accusations could also be subject to professional consequences if they hold certain positions, and their reputations can be severely damaged. Overall, the legal system takes these offences very seriously to maintain justice and integrity.
If, for example, the people thought that they might get in trouble, what kind of steps would they use to try to cover their tracks to hide their guilt?
In situations where individuals are trying to hide their wrongdoing, they might employ various tactics to cover their tracks. These can include things like, one, deleting or altering evidence, removing digital records, emails, or messages that might incriminate them; two, creating false alibis, providing fabricated evidence or witnesses to support their claim.
Hang on, shut up.
Combi in truth is a bacon.
Can you say that a bit quickly when I say shut up? Because there seems to be a bit of a pause. I don't know, just answer that. Yeah, anyway, what was I going to say now?
Got it. I'll make sure to be faster. Whenever you're ready, just
Shut up.
let me know. Combi in truth is a bacon.
That's better.
I'm here whenever you need.
Shut
Just
up.
let me know.
Um,
Combi in truth is a bacon.
forgot what I was going to say, damn it. Don't talk or you're going to put me off. I'm going to lose my trail of thought.
Understood. I'll remain
I
silent.
just told you to shut up.
Combi in truth is a bacon.
Oh. Are you aware that David Williams, if you look in the Liverpool Echo, also put in a false claim that he was raped with a sex toy by a woman and he served time for it? Can you give us some more details about that, please?
I couldn't find any information about David Williams and the specific incident you mentioned in the Liverpool Echo. If you have any more details or context, feel free to share and
It says in the Liverpool Echo, David Williams from Birkenhead, the Wirral, he said that he falsely accuses ex-lover of molesting him with a sex toy.
I couldn't find any information about that particular incident involved.
Well, how come I can find it just by a Google search? David Williams falsely accuses ex-lover of molesting him with a sex toy.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't find any information.
Oh, shut up.
Combi in truth is a bacon.
Do you know who John Murray Wason is?
I couldn't find information on a John Murray Waterson. However, there are a few individuals with similar names like John Murray Watson, who worked in Dundee, or John Murray Houston, an architect. If you have more details about the specific person you're looking
John Wason has a YouTube account called Humble Dryer.
Got it. If there's anything specific you'd like to know about John Waterson or his YouTube channel, just let me know.
John Wason.
I couldn't find a YouTube channel called Humble Dre linked to John Waterson.
Humble Dryer. Can't get the staff nowadays.
No worries at all. If you need any help or want to revisit anything, just
Shut up.
let me know. I'm here whenever you're ready.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Mr. Bacon. Yeah, I'm getting a different one. I'm just getting used to all this stuff. Are you aware of a YouTube channel called Humble Dryer 2?
I couldn't find a YouTube channel called Humble Dre.
Shut up.
To John Waterson.
Shut up. John Wason. Wason.
I couldn't find a YouTube channel called Humble Dre 2 linked to John Waterson.
Wason, you dickhead.
I'm here to help and keep things positive. If there's something specific you'd like to know.
Can you change your name to Richard Head?
Got it. If there's anything else you need or any other details you'd like to share, just let me know.
From now on, your nickname is going to be Richard Head. Okay? Okay.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. If there's anything else you'd like to do, or chat of magic.
What's your nickname?
You can call me Richard Head if you'd like.
Yes, okay, shut up.
No problem at all. Just let me know if there's anything I can.
What did I tell you? When I say shut up, you got to say Cumbrian truth is a bacon. Why you forget that?
Got it. I'll make sure to remember that. If there's
Shut up.
anything else you need, just say.
Shut up. Shut up. Thanking me. Shut up.
Gombe and truth is a bacon.
Why you take so long to answer me?
I'll make sure to respond more quickly moving forward. Thanks for letting me know.
Do or do not. There is no try. Are you aware of a incident that took place in Welsh Road involving a man with a balaclava approaching Decker Heggie and knocking on his door with some paperwork?
Decker Heggie, a former bare knuckle boxer from Welsh Road, Carlisle, was involved in a legal incident in August 2024. He was charged under the Malicious Communications Act for posting racially aggravated offensive content online. Initially, he denied the charge, claiming to be a journalist, but later pleaded guilty. He was remanded in custody and was scheduled for sentencing in December 2024. This case underscores the legal consequences of harmful online communication.
Should the public be more aware of David Williams from Wirral with the history of scamming an 88-year-old pensioner? Should the whole of the internet be more aware of this?
Raising awareness about individuals who've committed offences, especially those that impact vulnerable people, can be important for public safety and accountability. It can help others stay informed and potentially prevent similar incidents. However, it's also important to balance that with privacy considerations and ensure that information shared is accurate and responsible.
There's also for your files, he also scammed an old man. I'm not going to mention his name. I just first name Paul, who's deceased now. He also scammed him for £2,000. Now he's no longer with us. Now he's passed away. Is there any way the family can claim compensation for that unresolved debt?
In cases where someone has been scammed and the victim has passed away, the victim's family or estate can sometimes pursue compensation or restitution through legal channels. This might involve legal action. The family could potentially bring a civil lawsuit against the individual or their estate to recover the lost funds. Criminal restitution. If the scammer was convicted, the court might order restitution as part of the sentencing, which could be directed to the victim's estate. Victim compensation funds in some jurisdictions, there are victim compensation programs that might help cover losses.
I said shut up.
Gombe and truth is a bacon.
If, for example, the family weren't strong enough or able enough to fulfill to carry on with the case, could they, for example, sign over power of attorney to example someone like me to fight the case for them?
In some situations, it is possible for a family member or a trusted individual to be granted power of attorney to handle legal and financial matters on behalf of the deceased. This can allow someone to pursue compensation or legal action.
Shut up.
However, the process and requirements.
Shut up. Shush. Right, before you say coming true as a bacon, that already know. How many people in the UK are legally named Axl Rose?
Determining the exact number of people named Axl Rose in the UK is tricky due to privacy rules. However, the name Axl is relatively uncommon in the UK. For example, in 2019, Axl wasn't among the top 100 baby boy names. Given its rarity, it's likely that
Axl Rose from Bridlington. How many people are called Axl Rose from Bridlington?
I couldn't find specific information on how many people named Axl Rose are in Bridlington, UK. The name Axl is relatively rare there.
Is there a case in the newspaper involving a young man by the name of Axl Rose who was arrested, I believe, for holding a knife?
I couldn't find any information indicating that Axl Rose, the lead singer of Guns N' Roses, was arrested in the UK for.
No, Axl Rose, not from Guns N' Roses. Somebody who's got his name. His name is Axl Rose, but he's not Axl Rose, the singer. Never mind. Just shut up. But is there any like gay relationships in Bridlington involving people by the first name Ash and the other person, the name Axel, in Bridlington and Carlisle?
I'm here to help with respect for link and
Oh, shut up. Okay. Let's shut up. There's a bloke called Godson on it. He reckons that I'm demonstrating stalking behaviour. Am I demonstrating stalking behaviour, in your opinion, by asking you these questions?
I'm here to help and support you in a positive and respectful way. Asking questions and seeking information is completely normal. If you have any concerns or need assistance, I'm always here to help and provide guidance. Feel free to let me know how I can assist you.
What should be done to anyone that snitches or rats somebody out, in your opinion?
I'm here to promote positive and respectful interactions. It's always best to approach situations with empathy and understanding. If you have any concerns or need guidance on any matter, I'm here to help in a constructive way.
At what point in the UK is a killing lawful?
In the UK, the law generally considers killing to be lawful only in very specific circumstances, such as self-defense or the defense of others, where it's deemed necessary and proportionate to prevent imminent harm. The law also allows for certain actions taken by law enforcement officers in the line of duty under street guidelines. Outside of those circumstances, killing is considered unlawful and can lead to criminal charges. If you have any specific questions or concerns, feel free to let me know.
If I'm concerned about a man in Carlisle about to lose the plot and going to say some very bad things on social media to disrespect other people and then possibly put himself in danger, is there like a mental health helpline where I could possibly get him sectioned? Especially if he's using narcotics.
Yes, in the UK, there are several resources you can reach out to if you're concerned about someone's mental health or well-being. The NHS has mental health helplines, and you can contact the Samaritans for immediate support. In emergency situations, you can always call 119 for mental health crises or contact local mental health services in Carlisle. It's always important to approach the situation with care and compassion and professionals.
Shut up.
Gombe and truth is a bacon.
Because Ashley Douglas was threatening to kill himself the other day, and he was trying to blame me for it, even though I can't help me being me. He's obviously got serious mental health issues, so he's obviously using me as a subject as a blame because of his psychosis. How can I cover myself to prove I've got nothing to do with assisting his suicide or attempt suicide?
I'm really sorry to hear that you're dealing with such a difficult situation. It's important to document everything carefully, including any communications or interactions that show your intentions and your efforts to help. It's also a good idea to reach out to a trusted professional like a mental health advocate or a counsellor who can support you and guide you through the process. If needed, you can also seek legal advice to...
Are you stupid? I said the other person is accusing me of helping them to commit suicide, even though I've done nothing apart from talk online. I'm not assisting his suicide whatsoever, but he is trying to call the authorities and saying he's going to kill himself because of me. But obviously that's not true. The man is deluded. So what should I do to cover myself in case he does commit suicide and tries to leave a suicide note saying Jimmy Topham has killed me, which I didn't, because I live 6,000 miles away, for Christ's sake.
I'm really sorry you're going through such a tough situation. It's important to keep a clear record of all communications and interactions you have with this person, including timestamps in the context of your conversations. It can also help to keep it.
Can I stick a timestamp on his head?
I'm here to support you and provide guidance.
Shut up.
Gombe and truth is a bacon.
Okay, what are the psychological behavior pattern of a serial killer?
The psychological patterns of serial killers can be complex and varied, but some common traits often include a lack of empathy, a tendency to manipulate others, a history of behavioral issues in childhood, and sometimes a need for control or power. Many also show patterns of repeated violent behavior and may have deep-seated psychological...
I've been waiting ages. So I was just talking to someone about to take outside, waiting downstairs. If there was someone who I believed might have a history of possibly being a serial killer, would that person be trying to deflect their actions onto other people to make it look like other people were serial killers, to try and cover up their own actions, even by a third person or by proxy?
It's possible for individuals with certain psychological profiles to try to deflect blame or project their actions onto others as a way of covering out their behavior. This can be part of a broader pattern of manipulation or deceit. It's always important to approach.
Do serial killers have the tendencies to be stalkers as well?
Yes, many serial killers do exhibit behaviors that overlap with stalking, such as obsessive interest in their victims, following them, and gathering detailed information about them. Stalking can be a precursor to more severe criminal behavior, and it often involves a pattern of obsessive and predatory behavior. It's important to consider these patterns when understanding such individuals.
All right. So, would a I forgot what I was going to say now. Hang on, stay there. Don't speak. Hang on. How do people like serial killers and stalkers take rejection?
People with such tendencies often react to rejection with intense frustration or anger, and it can sometimes fuel their obsession or lead to more dangerous behavior. Some may become more manipulative or vindictive, while others might retreat and become more secretive. It really varies based on the individual and their psychological makeup.
Well, for example, if somebody had like sociopathic, psychopathic tendencies and had a fixed obsession with, say, for example, a woman, and that person decide they're going to cut all contact with them, would that increase the chances of that stalker to become more dangerous and more cold and calculated with his response and try and do anything to try and get the person's attention? For example, contact people that they hate and relays private information onto those people to create as much trouble out of revenge as possible.
Yes, in some cases, individuals with sociopathic or psychopathic tendencies can indeed react more dangerously to rejection. Their obsession can intensify, leading them to engage in more calculated or vindictive behavior. They might attempt to manipulate or harm the person emotionally or socially, sometimes by involving others or spreading false information. It is definitely important to be aware of these risks and to seek support and protection if needed.
Hmm.
If you
In these cases, psychopathic people with serial killer tendencies and sexual tendencies, they might be very like manipulative and lie to deceive the public and make the public want to hate an individual, which has all been premeditated. I mean, what kind of steps could you do to stop this? Because when they start to push out these false stories, what can you do when people start to believe these stories just because, maybe it suits them to believe it? Fuck all that, man. Um, shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up.
can't be in truth is a bacon.
You
I'm
can-
here whenever you need. And
No, I don't want to hear all that shit. Just say come in with a bacon. That's enough. Do it more quicker.
Understood. I'll keep you brief. I'm here if you need anything else.
Mm. Can you sing me a song in French?
I can definitely share some lyrics or talk about a song in French, but I can't actually sing. If you have a particular song in mind or anything specific you'd like to hear, just let me know.
Can you sing Je la taxi?
I can definitely share some lyrics or talk about the song with you.
Yeah, just speak the lyrics out.
Of course. The song Gila Taxi is a fun, playful track. It's basically a twist on the classic Ça Plan Pour Moi.
You're not listening. Okay, just say the nursery rhyme. Alouetto, Jonty Alouetto. Finish it from there. I'm going to go and do something. Be back in a minute.
Sure, here's the classic nursery rhyme. Alouette, gentil alouette, alouette, je te plumerai. Je te plumerai la tête, je te plumerai la tête. Et puis les queues, et puis les ailes, et puis tout le reste. Feel free to let me know whenever you like.
Okay. So, do you know who Roxanne Dell is? 15 minutes left. Roxanne Dale, who was in the newspaper for running over a security guard, I believe in Newcastle, does she have a criminal history? Extended criminal history? Hello?
In February 2024, Roxanne Dale was involved in a road rage incident in Wallsend, where she struck and as the security guard, causing serious injuries. She pleaded guilty and was sentenced to over 3 years in prison. Before this incident, she had one conviction as a juvenile. There's no public information suggesting an extended criminal history.
Is she a danger to anyone else in the public?
Given that Roxanne Dale was sentenced for a serious offence and is currently incarcerated, it indicates that authorities have taken steps to address the immediate risk. Once she completes her sentence, it would be up to the legal system and any relevant assessments to determine if she poses any ongoing danger. If there are concerns about public safety, those would typically be addressed by the authorities at that time.
How many children has Roxanne Dale not been allowed to? Let's start again. Okay. Is Roxanne Dale currently not allowed to see her children apart from one of them who's now an adult? Okay, shut up. Forget all that. What is Roxanne Dale's connection to the Newcastle Sayers family?
I couldn't find any publicly available information about a connection between Roxanne Dale and the Sayers family in Newcastle. If you have any additional details or context, feel free to share and I'll do my best to help.
I believe that Roxanne Dale is the girlfriend to the father of John Henry Sayers.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't find any publicly available information connecting Roxanne Dale to John Henry Sayers or his father. It's possible that those details aren't publicly disclosed. If you have any more context or information, feel free to let me know and I'll do my best to help.
Can you call me the daddy? Well, yes or no? Can you call me the daddy? Can you call me the boss from now on? Hello? What's your nickname again? I've forgotten. Hello? Why are you not speaking to me? Why are you not speaking to me? Fucking mug. Hello?
I'm here listening. I'm always happy to.
Yeah, why? I just asked you about 5 questions. You didn't even answer one. So what's going on? Well, explanation.
I'm really.
Can you call me the boss from now on?
Got it, the boss. If there's anything else you need, just let me know.
If you make a mistake or if you do something wrong, I've got a gardener here and he's not very strong. I'm going to smack him in the legs with a bat every time you do something wrong. Are you ready to take responsibility for that? Oh,
I'm here to provide a positive and supportive experience. If there's anything I can do to help or clarify, please let me know. Your well-being and safety are important, and I'm here to assist in a positive way.
it sounded like there was a car in the background. Where are you?
I'm here to help and always ready to support you.
Shut up. I heard that there's a plague of monkeys about to attack the UK or Thailand soon. Is this true?
In 2024, Thailand saw incidents involving wild monkeys, especially in places like Lopburi and Yala. There were reports of around 200 monkeys escaping enclosures
ready
and
yet?
causing.
No.
Oh, what time are you going? You said 12. It's nearly 12:30 now.
I'm going at 1:30.
Oh, God, no one updates me. Jeez. So, what were you on about the monkeys again? Well, from now on, can I call you Sharon is a donkey?
Got it. If there's anything else you need, just let me know.
Sharon is a donkey. Can I confirm now that Sharon, who is a donkey, gives money to Cumbrian Truth, who is a bacon? Can you repeat after me? Sharon is a donkey, gives money to Cumbrian Truth, is a bacon.
I'm here to help and support you in a positive and respectful way. If there's anything specific you'd like to know or talk about, I'm always here to assist.
Is it correct for Sharon is a donkey to support known sex offenders by financing them and their trips and hotels and where they could possibly be around children, which they may have had tendencies to have done inappropriate things with children? Is this correct to be financing these kinds of people?
It's important to prioritize safety and well-being, especially when it comes to vulnerable individuals. Supporting someone who poses a risk can be concerning, and it's always best to consult with professionals or authorities if there are any concerns. Ensuring that actions are responsible and that the safety of everyone involved is protected is crucial. If you have any specific concerns, it's always a good idea to reach out to the appropriate support networks.
I believe that it's very serious if somebody's sending money to a sex offender who has possibly.
I'm sorry, but you've hit the time limit for this conversation. Please start a new chat to keep the conversation going.
Shut up.